Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the month ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the month of January 2021 and how we can best navigate throughout or within that energy. So I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the Western zodiac. The first card will be from the Faerie Lights Tarot, and this will give us an idea what we're going to be dealing with over the coming month. And the second card will be from the Heart of Faerie Oracle, and this will give some advice on how to deal with or navigate throughout the month. At the very end, I will also be pulling a universal manifestation card for everybody, just to give us an idea of what to carry within ourselves through this coming month. So if you skip to the cards that are pulled for your sign, make sure you also jump to the very end of the video to get a little bit of that extra goodness in your life for this month. Since it is Capricorn season, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Capricorns. Capricorn, your tarot card for January 2021 is the Page of Cups. And you are coming to a little bit more of an emotional understanding with yourself, probably with others too. This is going to have a positive impact on your communication skills and your interactions with other people throughout this month. There is a sense of finding the strength in your emotional self, either finding the courage to face your feelings and work through them and address them and integrate them within yourself, or finding the strength in experiencing those feelings in the first place, recognizing just how much power those emotional sensations can have over your soul, over your mind, even over your body, the impact that your emotional self has and the very real existence it has in the rest of your life as a part of yourself. You're learning about yourself, Capricorn. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Fairy of Growth. So you're really being advised over this next month as you are integrating these feelings and recognizing this emotional part of yourself to recognize your growth in all of this. You may not have been able to integrate these feelings, to address your emotions, to really feel what is going on inside you in the past. And the fact that you are coming up to this point of being able to do so, being able to experience your feelings without judging them or trying to change them or trying to define them, just accepting them for what they are and learning from them rather than trying to alter them, that shows a lot of growth. So over the month of January, pay attention to who you are becoming and who you have become and the person that you used to be, and look at the similarities, but look at your evolution. Look at how much you have grown. Aquarius, your tarot card for January 2021 is Justice Reversed. So this next month and the beginning of the year may be a little bit of a struggle to get going, to feel like there is movement or momentum for you, and especially where decisions are concerned. It might feel like you have, almost like you have too much control, too much choice, too much power over where things go and how things happen, especially where other people are concerned. There is a sense of a lot of people relying on you, relying on your integrity and your ability to discern what is good, what is bad, what is true, what is not. There are a number of energies leaning on you or relying on you, and some of this may not actually be your responsibility. There may be people coming to you this month, trying to get you to help them make their own choices, but what they really want is for you to decide for them. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Green Woman. And you're being asked to try and mostly focus on your connection to nature, and on letting things be organic, natural, letting them grow at their own pace. So rather than pushing yourself into making decisions or trying to rush things along so that your decisions can take form, you're being encouraged to let things be. let things sit for a little while. Let them grow on their own and see what they will become before you decide what to do with them. So before you make any really big, drastic, bold decisions for your life or for somebody else's, give it a moment, just breathe, even just for a few minutes, listen to your instincts and see where things can potentially go without needing to get your hands in it. Pisces, your tarot card for the month of January 2021, and this is for me as well, is the Nine of Cups. So there are feelings of fulfillment that are available to you this month, but it is up to you to actively feel them. There is a lot of good going on, but it's almost like there's this temptation to take your feelings, the good ones, the bad ones, all of them, and just put them on a shelf behind you, to just let them sit, not actually experience them, but appreciate your feelings from afar. So there is appreciation of your emotional self, and that can be really positive. But there is also a little bit of almost a risk of not fully feeling your feelings, Pisces, of just looking at them, of going, this is how I should feel about something because this is how I felt about it in the past. And that might not actually be relevant to how you feel now. You've changed. Your situations have changed. There is growth here and validating your emotional self. But it's also important that you are actually feeling your feelings, not necessarily feeling what you expect to be feeling. Now, the oracle card that comes along this month is the Hero. And you are reminded that you are the hero of your own story, Pisces. It's up to you to live the life that you want. You are advised to have a little bit of courage, to face your fears, to face the dragon, to go in and pull your sword, because you know that you have the strength, that you have the tools, potentially that you have the backup to do it. But even if you don't, even if you're in this alone, you've got this, Pisces. The Hero card comes up to say, do it. Just face it. Don't be afraid of the dark. Don't be afraid of the unknown. Don't be afraid to feel your feelings and let them be what they are without expectation or judgment or trying to shape them into something that they aren't. Aries, your tarot card for January 2021, is the Seven of Discs reversed. And this brings a little bit of frustration in the material world to you. There is some accomplishment, some achievement, and visibly seeing some of your growth, but it doesn't feel like it's enough for you. You're not meeting your own expectations. You're not exceeding your expectations. And there is a big risk of beating up on yourself, of being unkind to yourself this month, because you're not at the level that you expected yourself to be by now. And even though there is all of this small growth and little changes that are leading to bigger changes, what you are seeing isn't bringing you the satisfaction that you might want, especially on a material level. So where work, money, your education, your home, where those things are concerned, your physical self, maybe you're having a hard time meeting those New Year's resolutions and seeing all your goals through. So you're leaning a little bit more heavily on yourself. You're putting more pressure on yourself, which is making it even harder to recognize the little things that are improving. Now the oracle card that comes along with this is the Lady of Faith. Aries, you're being asked to have faith. This ties in right away. This is that sense of there is growth. Trust yourself. Don't beat yourself up because things aren't exactly what you want them to be right now. Let them become that. Have faith. Have faith in yourself or the people around you or a higher power if that is what you need. But have faith in something. Have faith in sunshine. Have faith in coffee. Have faith in whatever you need to have faith in order to recognize the little blessings, the good things, the ways that things are working, so that those little changes can eventually build into the big, significant change that you want to see, instead of just pushing yourself until you break. Taurus, your tarot card for January 2021 is the Three of Discs. So you are very grounded in the material world over this next month, which is probably pretty comfortable for most of you, Taurus. This is a really creative opportunity for you, or there are a lot of creative opportunities for you throughout this month, over the coming month of January. There is a sense of putting effort in, working on improving your skills, trying harder, honing your abilities, and seeing your own progress. So this is one of the cards that can mean, for example, apprenticeship. So taking on a new skill or taking the time to learn something new to hone or improve your skills and polish everything up to make yourself a little bit more professional, a little bit more widely integrated, widely accepted, widely known even. You're doing a lot of work on yourself and progress on what matters to you, Taurus. In this case, this is more about value in general than just material concern. For some people, their values are the material. It is money. It is work. For other people, their values are family, their home, their health. So figure out what it is that matters most to you for January and put all of your effort into that, and you will see almost immediate improvement. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Lady of the Forest. And this is almost asking you to go gently, not to push yourself too hard. Push yourself into growth and into change and into evolution, but don't push yourself until you snap. The Lady of the Forest is about connecting to your wild self, connecting to your organic self, trusting your instincts, listening to your animal voice, and going outside and howling at the moon, digging your toes in the mud and running around just because it feels good. Connect to what feels right to you, to your roots, not necessarily to the other people who are, the most active players in your life, but focus on your growth, focus on your development, and let it come at a natural pace with your own encouragement. Gemini, your tarot card for January 2021 is the Four of Discs reversed. So there is some frustration, feeling like what you are working on, what you are starting to collect for yourself, especially like income, what you are bringing into your life is either starting to run out, dwindle, or you're spending more than you are earning, sort of thing. There is a sense of losing more than you're gaining over this next month, and your sense of foundation is a little bit rattled. You are not as comfortable over the month of January. Maybe you are reassessing what it is that is comfort to you, and the life that you have built up isn't what you want, or things are actually changing in a way that you may not want to see. There is some discomfort for you this coming month, I'm sorry to say, Gemini, and a feeling of being out of balance, of not knowing necessarily what to do with yourself next. The oracle card that comes along with this is the Queen of Bedlam. So it's like you're being asked to lean into the chaos. Try not to worry too much over this next month, because the thing is, everything is up in the air. Nothing makes sense with this card. This is panic and chaos and havoc and just, having every puzzle piece that you have is from a different puzzle. So the picture that you're trying to put together just doesn't make sense. So try not to fit everything together this month, Gemini. Maybe just let things be wild and hectic and chaotic and lean into the chaos. Be spontaneous, but don't expect things to stay the way they are, especially this sense of discomfort, of things being rattled. Yes, your foundation is being shaken. Maybe there's a reason for that. This Queen of Bedlam is creating a little bit of chaos in your life, maybe to make you a little bit more flexible so that you can roll with the punches a little bit better. But try not to worry too much. Try not to panic too much. Have a little bit of fun. Cancer, your tarot card for January 2021 is the Hierophant reversed. January is going to be a month for redefining your own path and redetermining your traditions. There is a little bit of stubbornness with this reversal that comes for you over this next month, Cancer. You're not letting other people tell you what to do. You are not letting society dictate your role within it. You are not letting your parents or your ancestors necessarily tell you who you are now. They can tell you where you've come from. You can absolutely learn from your roots, but at this point, over this next month, you're probably not so focused on where you've come from. You're a little bit more focused on who you are now and where you are going, who you are growing into. And you're not letting other people define that. You're not letting your partners or your friends or your teachers decide who you are right now. This is a very new year, new me attitude, and really taking charge of your own self-identity. The oracle card that comes along with this is the Heartless Love. So this one is a little bit of a warning, this is a challenging energy. So when this one comes up, you're being advised to pay attention to where you are not feeling, or where you are hollow. If you're doing this, going it alone because you know that you need to do this because you feel strong in yourself and proud of your identity, that's fantastic. But if you are doing this so that you can cut other people out of your life, and that's not the same as cutting other people out of your life so that you can grow healthily. That is sometimes necessary. But if you're just taking these steps so that you can be alone, so that you can isolate yourself from the other people in your life, that's not quite so healthy. So recognize, make sure that you're paying attention to the connections in your life that are there, that are present, that are supportive, and don't focus on changing your definition of yourself to spite other people, because that in turn is spiting yourself. Leo, your tarot card for January 2021 is the Six of Swords reversed. And this reversal makes it a little stressful. It feels like you're having a hard time moving forward, a hard time leaving, the last year behind. You're still holding on to some thoughts, to some feelings, to some baggage, we'll say. You're having a hard time leaving yourself behind right now, and that's okay. This is a month where you're still blending the last year into this new year, and you're probably having a little bit of a hard time figuring out how you feel right now and balancing your feelings with your thoughts. So especially for the first half of January, there's a little bit of extra stress or a little extra weight on your shoulders, and a feeling of, why am I still here? I've been doing the work. Why am I not where I want to be yet? Especially when it comes to dealing with your own stress and with your emotional self. You may not be, you might not be making the progress you want to see, but you can't just go to one therapy session and expect your issues to be dealt with, right? This is a long-term journey. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Captive Man. And this is a challenging energy. This is one that comes in to ask you where you are stuck. Pay attention to what is holding you back, what is making you feel like you aren't making progress. Are you still holding on to feelings that aren't helping you? Is it time to let go? Are you holding on to memories that maybe were once good, but you've held on so tight that they're just numb, or they're even worse, they're bad? Maybe it's time to let those go. Are you, what expectations do you have of yourself right now? Are you being yourself right now? This is your sign, your message to work on reconnecting with you, with who you are, with what your values are now, not what they used to be. Maybe recognize what they used to be so that you can say, this doesn't matter to me anymore. But this Captive Man energy is not a necessarily positive one. Both of these are kind of stagnant, or there's a risk of stagnation, of not moving forward. So use this time to address what is holding you in your past. Virgo, your tarot card for January 2021 is the moon. Again, you got the moon last week from 2 different decks, including the Oracle deck. You got the moon. So you have got some more lunar energy throughout the whole month of January. Have fun. Your intuition is sharper and stronger and more at the forefront, at the foreground of your mind, of your being. You're more aware of it. And that, for the most part, that has a lot of really good potential, but it can be overwhelming and a little bit stressful. Your emotional self is a lot more visceral, a lot more present. And that is where a lot of your intuitive messages are coming through. The problem with that, Virgo, is you don't always want to be feeling those feelings. And this is a emotional month for you. The moon stirs it all up. She pulls the tides. The tides are our feelings. And the ebb and flow is just, it's moving a lot more heavily than you might be used to this month. So connect to your intuition. Pay attention to your dreams. This would be a really good time to start a dream journal, even if it's only for this month, just to see. And don't be surprised if your dreams are super duper wild. The Oracle card that comes along with this is not the moon, because there is no moon in this deck, but it is the gift. And this is a reassurance that this intuition, these messages that are coming to you, even if they might not be what you want to hear, this is a gift. This is a blessing, and you're being asked to accept it, to take this gift. The time has come to bring it into your life, to integrate these intuitive messages, these gifts within yourself, and use them. Listen to yourself. Listen to that place between your heart and your mind, and try to let that voice get louder and louder and louder, until you're not questioning what is between your heart and your mind anymore, because there is something that knows what is best for both. This is a gift for you, Virgo. This is a good thing. Even if your intuition is frustrating this month, overwhelming, there is a lot of positive growth that comes from this. Libra, your tarot card for January 2021, is the 10 of Wands. And there is a sense of nurturing your inner self, nurturing your creative energies, and seeing everything grow. You are taking pride in your development. You're taking care of what needs to be taken care of. There may be a sense of obligation, responsibility over this next month. You need to take care of yourself. You need to take care of other people in your life. You need to take care. But the care is the emphasis in this. There is a sense of real, kindfulness and mindfulness and kind mindfulness, and actively being the best version of yourself that you can be. Really trying to see yourself become the person that you want to be in the future. So why not start now? There's that sort of energy of why wait? Why wait until I am what I want to be? Why not be what I want to be now? And the Oracle card that comes along with this is the Smith, who says, keep working, keep doing what you are doing, keep toiling away, even when sometimes it doesn't feel like it's leading to what you want. This is the path that will lead you towards your highest good. Continue to work. Don't work yourself to the bone. Don't work yourself so hard that there is nothing beyond your identity but work. But do the work that needs to be done. The 10 of Wands can be a heavy weight, but the Smith tells you that you can work within this. It might be your job to work within this for right now. Some of these responsibilities, they really are yours. It is up to you, and somebody else can't see this through. So Libra, get it done. Scorpio, your tarot card for January 2021, is the 2 of Cups reversed. So your emotional self, your partnerships might be a little strained for January. You are having a hard time connecting your feelings to other people. So communicating your feelings in a way that they can understand. You might just want them to read your mind. Wouldn't that be nice? You might just want to say a few words and hope that that's enough, or tell them once and hope that that's enough. Problem is, you're probably going to have a few emotional conversations over this month, and they get easier, but getting them started is a struggle. Opening yourself up, allowing yourself to be vulnerable. You don't want to do that right now. You're kind of done with people. And over this next month, that doneness doesn't seem to be lifting. The oracle card that comes along with this is Bright Spark. So this is some optimism, and it's almost telling you to force yourself to be optimistic. Find the bright spark in the dark room, wherever you are. When you are sitting by yourself because the Two of Cups is reversed and you don't have somebody to sit with you to balance your own energies, to balance your own being, you have to find the light in the darkness yourself. But this tells you that there is a light in the darkness. So when you are wallowing, if you can catch yourself, if you can haul yourself out of that, just look for the little things. Just look for those few little blessings, the one good thing that might have happened that every other bad thing has completely overshadowed. Try to find that again. Hold on to it. Your cup of tea in the morning before everything fell apart. The one conversation that you had with a friend. The like on your Facebook post from somebody who you really admire. Don't let those little things disappear in the waves of darkness. Sagittarius, your tarot card for January 2021, is Temperance. And you are seeing a lot more balance within your inner self this month. You're doing the work on yourself to find that balance, to ground and stabilize your energy while also actively connecting to the power of universe and divine and your own divinity. You are listening to your intuition, to your instincts, but you're also balancing them with your logic and your groundedness. There is a stronger sense of your connection to divine this month. You're believing in not necessarily a higher power, but if not that, you're believing in your own higher power. You are believing in yourself. This does not require faith in God or a deity or the power of the cosmos, but there is a sense of recognizing magic wherever it is, whether that is just in you or in the stars in the sky or in the ripple of the river when you go for your walks or the way that the frost curls the leaves. You're finding the little things that make life magical over this next month, that make yourself magical, that make you feel like a magical being, because you are. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Elven Knight, and this is a little bit of a cautionary card, not to get too lost in all of this, especially as you are finding balance, finding that serenity and that tranquility. It can be almost tempting to disconnect or divorce ourselves from the world around us in order to lean more heavily into that serenity, to find those moments of peace, of meditation. Sometimes we like them so much that we make so much time for them that we make less time for our friends, for our work, for the other things in our lives. So that's when balance becomes imbalanced, or there's too much. When you're too grounded or too connected, you throw yourself out of balance. So this Elven Knight is asking you to not get lost in the dreams, in the wispiness, and also to believe in it, to recognize what is real. And to, when you do this, recognize that it is real. Stay grounded. Don't lose yourself in divine. Don't lose yourself in the depths of yourself. But stay connected to the magic as well. Don't forget that is there everywhere. So this is a reminder of staying balanced, staying present in the world, staying really connected to the world around you, not just the one within you. At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation, motivation, affirmation deck, the Super Attractor. So I have pulled one card for everyone who joins me for this reading, just to give us an idea of what to carry within ourselves, what to hold within ourselves throughout the coming month. So the card that I have pulled for us says, I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. I let an inner sense of quiet multiply each day as I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe. So over this next month, we are being asked to let that quiet build. Maybe meditate, maybe take a walk and just allow ourselves to be present in the world, but let an inner sense of quiet multiply. Each day it gets bigger, it gets more vast, more all-encompassing every day. As I strengthen my faith in the love of the universe, as I actively work on believing that universe loves me and that I love universe and that all of us are connected and that that love can help to lift us up. Now, this is not just blind faith, but this is having faith. So these affirmations can be a little bit personal. What it says to me might be a little bit different from what it says to you. And if that is the case, then please let me know what it says to you down in the comments. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the month ahead. I hope that the readings in this video have been resonant and that they can provide just a sort of helpful, relevant compass to offer clarity, insight, guidance, whatever it is that you need to get you through January 2021. Please like the video if it sang to your soul, if it resonated, and let me know in the comments what you thought of the cards that were pulled for your signs, what you thought of the cards at the very end, the Super Attractor, and what you'd like to see in the future. I've got lots of ideas, but I'm definitely interested to know what you would like to see. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I upload monthly forecasts like this one and weekly forecasts as well, just like it, to get an idea of, what's coming and how to navigate throughout it. I'll make sure to leave a link to my Facebook page in the description down below if you follow Hedgewitch Hearthcraft on Facebook. I upload a daily card to give us an idea of, how to get towards our highest good every day. That's also the best way to reach me if you ever want to book a reading of your own. And I've got tons of deals coming up for New Year's, so definitely check that out. Anyway, thank you so much for letting me read for you. I hope you have a fantastic month and Happy New Year. Be kind to yourself.